Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm showing you what you can expect out of JetBlue's brand new business class on their A321 Neo in the Mint Studio Suite. This was flight 2123 going from JFK to LAX, and this brand new Mint Suite layout. Well, you got Mint suites, but then you got the Mint Studio suites, which are the first two seats in row one. So there's a quick look, a little bit at the Mint, just a regular suite, but here is the Studio Suite, which I was in seat 1F, and wow, I was really impressed. I mean, the amount of space really in the Studio Suites versus just the regular suites, it's amazing here. So you do have the bedding and pillows, which was provided out there. Now, unfortunately, and I know this was a newer, with this being a new plane and things, so things were a little bit off there. As you can see, you do have a little bit of storage space here. You do have a wireless charger here right next to the storage space, which works very well. You essentially have two windows to yourself in the Studio Suites there. But yeah, one thing, there was no amenity kits. They weren't catered, unfortunately. I mean, you would normally get one, but no amenity kits catered there. So you do have more storage here in the little locker to your right. So yeah, you could put a number of things in there. Yeah, I wouldn't say, I mean, I guess you could squeeze a coat in there if you wanted to. If you balled it up a little bit. Here is the tray table, actually for a guest. I mean, I guess technically you could have a guest in here with you. Be a little tight, but yeah, that's the idea, I guess, behind this tray table that comes out on your other seat here. And beautiful in-flight entertainment screen there. Plenty of room in the footwell here. I do like the accents, kind of the slate gray accents, with the kind of the blue, that JetBlue blue kind of mosaic style background there. You do have the remote for the in-flight entertainment screen, which is also touchscreen. Yes, you got RFID capabilities there. Not really in use for this flight. And here is your tray table, which kind of looks like, yeah, that JetBlue kind of leaf, mint leaf there. You do have a light up to your left, and the seat controls here to your left also, which they do have controls for the lighting as well, the two lights, which I'll show you later on in this video. But yeah, plenty of space in the seat, really a comfortable seat. And I would argue, yeah, there's no better way to cross the country than in these suites. They do have individual air vents too, if you're wondering. I almost always forget. So let's take a look here at the seat in the lay flat position. I was able to get probably an hour and a half sleep. I didn't want to sleep too long because I wanted to be up for all the potential services on the flight. But yeah, very comfortable sleeping, because again, you don't really have anything obstructing you on your left, definitely not on your right there, as you got that extra seating, so you can really kind of spread out there. So it's a good situation for sleeping on this flight. So it'll be nice when they're crossing the pond in their A321 long range planes that'll have 24 of the new Mint suites, and still just 2 at the front of the Mint Studio Suites, but 24 business class as opposed to 16 on this Transcons version. So let's take a little deeper look here. You can actually sync your phone to make it a remote. I didn't try this, but I know in Gilbert's travels, I know he showed that feature there on the A220 300 that he reviewed with JetBlue. So it does work. You do have the live TV, the direct TV, so nice options there. Touchscreen works very well. So you do have that. You got movies, TV shows, and games that you can choose from as far as there. Again, a very receptive touchscreen, as it should be, since it's a brand new plane essentially. But yeah, plenty of different titles to keep you occupied throughout the flight. you can go. They do have the live map here of your flight path. So if you hit this takes you to the 3D maps. And yeah, I always like to play with the map system here on different airlines, different carriers, just to see how it looks. But yeah, it's quality 3D map here, which shows your flight path. I mean, you can actually pick points on the map on the way, I guess, if you want to see how far it is from maybe where you're going to a certain point there. So that's kind of an interesting feature there if you're into that. And what is nice too is that you can watch other things and have the map there. As you can see on the bottom right corner, the map is still up, so you can have that actually up but not full screen, which I find that to be useful, because a lot of times you don't want to exit what you're watching just to see where you're at in the flight. So this does allow you to do it, and it does close also. But you can see just some more things there. Show time. I mean, yeah, a lot of different options there. We'll close that. And they do have menus here. I guess what's served here shows the economy. Essentially what's served in economy. The beverages, drinks for purchase, which would be free in the Mint suites. The snack box offering. So yeah, this also is available in economy on the screen, so you can see this back there. I will have a review coming up of economy in this exact plane actually, so stay tuned for that. You can buy a pillow, earbuds, blanket if you need to. Some in-flight meditation from Inscape. So yeah, it's nice to have that option there, as it kind of shows you what you can expect as far as the onboard offerings go. Now, there were menus for the flight in Mint, which I'll show you once takeoff is finished. So enjoy the taxi and takeoff, and I will see you here soon. Okay, welcome back. Now let's check out the lavatory in JetBlue's A321 Neo. And pretty standard lavatory. That's kind of interesting, the design there. It makes it feel like a marbleized design there, the way they've got the wallpaper on there. But other than that, a standard lavatory in this A321 Neo. No window, unfortunately. But yeah, toilet, changing station. Just the normal things you would expect out of a laboratory, nothing more, really nothing less. So there were pre-departure beverages offered, which was water. So they did hand these out after you were seated. They were not on the seats as we arrived on the plane. The JetBlue, the headphones there, master and dynamic headphones were okay, of okay quality, good enough to watch something on the in-flight screen. So here's the menu. So you got the drink menu there, some different wines available, and I believe they did have everything. I didn't get any wine there, but there are the selections available from the drink menu. I did have a mint condition So you can get that with alcohol or not. It didn't have the old fashioned, but yeah, there you do as far as the spirits on offer. And you can ask about the beer. So that's the drink menu. And here is the starter, kind of the appetizer. You start off with a cheese Danish. So I had lemon ricotta pancakes, smoked salmon, which was this. I'll tell you, the food is excellent, and an egg tart. Yeah, the food was really, really good here. And yeah, they did not actually have cater the menu, so this is what was one of the choices. Three of the choices available out of 5. So I did. Here's the mint condition. Luckily, I was able to try all 5 things on the menu, and I'll show you the other 2 in a moment. The mint condition was good, and this is the chia pudding, which was good, and cherries and nuts, which I really like cherries. So that was a nice sweet treat a little later on in the flight after my nap. So they did come around with a snack tray. So you got 88 acres cinnamon and oats oat bar, and you got the Who chocolate covered hunks, cashews. And they did offer Wi-Fi as they do on all JetBlue flights that fly fi. So it's gate-to-gate Wi-Fi. Worked really well. So that's always a plus there. So I'll show you a little bit more about the seat here, a little more features. So you do have the mood lighting there. Might be hard to see, but yeah, you can change kind of the color tone of the lights there by pressing the button underneath the seat control there. Since you can see that goes to kind of like that jet bluish color there, and that does control it for both lights. So if you do have a friend or something in there, you can control that. Here's the ambient lighting. Again, hard to get the true tint of it since it is daytime and many windows were open. And here is the door, which it didn't close absolutely shut completely. I don't know if that's by design or if it's just something with that. So there is a little crack there in the front, but still works well for the privacy. Again, it's not as high up as you might think, but nonetheless still is a very private seat when seated. But just know people walking by can see right into your suite. So some of my final thoughts on this flight, really excellent. Yeah, JetBlue has really revolutionized transcon travel, and this will be a shakeup in transcon and going over transatlantic once they start flying out to London, which will be, I think, a great way to get there. It'll just be interesting how they're pricing this. I do know it looks like, I think introductory prices, if you went through Puerto Rico or something, you were able to get a round trip for very low. Not sure if that was a mistake or not, but I'm interested to see how the pricing over time goes on this, because JFK to London is a fairly short red eye. Coming back, I guess it'd be a little longer coming back from going back west from London to JFK, but service was great. The crew was excellent. There were some not really mishaps, but again, there were no amenity kits that were loaded. The menus weren't loaded for food. Again, they did have the drink menu. I know it's a new service. The flight attendants getting used to the aircraft and how things work and so forth. So I can definitely excuse that. But the seat, I mean, on this route, JFK to LAX, I'd be hard pressed. I really don't think there's a more comfortable seat. You do have to pay a premium for the actual Mint Studio suite itself. I did get this when it opened up at $699. So $699 one way from JFK to LAX, and there was a $200 upcharge to go from the regular Mint Studio to the Mint Studio suite, which, since there's only 2 of those. So to me, that's not that bad, especially for a product I wanted to try out. And yeah, I could see it being worth it. But I do want to ultimately get to try the new Mint Studio and compare the two and see, is it really worth it in my opinion. But that was the upcharge. with that, and I believe Mosaic members could use miles to upgrade that. I don't know if that's still the case, but I know that was a possibility at the beginning when these fares first started coming out for this new plane on the route. So that was my review of JetBlue Flight 2123 in their brand new A321neo in the Mint Studio Suites. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Hit the like button, subscribe, share this with a friend, share this with somebody who might want to fly this or is going to in the future so they can know what to expect. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.